and welcome to another exciting edition of The Compass right here on Oxygen FM 96.9. We are currently at Okeado, Ibadan. My name is Royal Prince and it is a pleasure to have you join us once again. The Compass, which is a career guidance program designed to help parents, to help students, to help graduates to make informed decisions about their children. And you have to know that it is every week we bring this experience, we bring experienced professionals from different industries to share practical insight on career opportunities, the skills required, and the pathway to success. And today marks the fifth edition of the program, and we are grateful for the tremendous response we've received so far, because I remember our last edition we had a lot of callers and we hosted two professionals from Best Technology. Let's quickly go on a short break. We will be back. Compass to the Compass, and like I was saying earlier, remember last week we hosted two professionals, and these two professionals are from Best Technology, and they gave us a practical roadmap. Into the tech industries. We received numerous calls last week, clarification on how their child can venture or can transition into the tech industries, and we're able to give robust response and robust answer to all the questions that we have. And today we are shifting our focus to another exciting and fast growing industry. To the parents listening to us right now, to the children, to the students, to the teachers, and to the young graduates that are listening to us right now, we are shifting our focus today to another exciting and fast growing industry, which is the aviation and travel industry. And our professional that we've brought on board today will still be giving us some insight into the real estate industry. But however, we are majorly focusing on the aviation and the travel industry, which is a fast growing industry in Nigeria right now. So many people have heard about careers in aviation but don't really understand the opportunities that are available. Parents that are listening right now don't even know what other careers, what other paths, or what other job is available in this particular industry. And in fact, the word aviation, some of them might not even understand what does the aviation industry, what do they even do? Does not even know what it means. So to help us unpack all of that, we have an experienced professional joining us today. He will be sharing his knowledge on career opportunities in aviation and travel, the skills that are needed to succeed, how students and graduates can enter the industries, and much more. And for parents that are listening to us, the professional we have on board is going to give us a roadmap, a career guide that will guide you to successfully guide your child, to successfully guide your children if they are interested in this path, how they are going to start their journey right from the secondary school. Is going to give us professional courses that you can study in the institution. Is also definitely going to tell us, for those of you that did not study something that is related to this particular industry and you are interested in coming to this industry, you are interested in coming to this field, the professional we have in the studio is going to give us the best way, the best path you can follow in order for you to do what? In order for you to transition into the aviation and the travel industry. And I'm going to be introducing our guest right now. His name is Mr. Mayokun Adebayo Oyedun, and Mr. Mayokun Adebayo Oyedun is a professional of travel and destination. He's professional travel and destination consultant with You Fit Fly Limited as the regional manager. Mr. Mayokun has over 10 years experience and knowledge on travel and tourism across various tourism institutions such as Nigeria Airspace Management Agency, Proti Hotel, Right Way Travels and Tours Limited, Campus Travel and Tours Limited, and Cross River University of Technology, Ogoja. And in April 2022, he was one of the pilgrimage coordinators that led about 1,800 pilgrims to the Kingdom of Jordan for spiritual exercise with You Fit Fly Travels. And also in December 2022, he led a group of people to Europe across France, Belgium, and Netherlands. In July 2025, he also led some VIP guests to Toronto, Canada. So when we are talking about this particular industry of travel and tours, this man has gathered enough experience and he has assisted numbers of Nigerians to achieve their travel dream to countries like United Kingdom, Canada, United States of America, Poland, Turkey, and many more through studied package, work visa, conference package, and visiting. And he started his higher education at Kwara State Polytechnic, where he bagged a National Diploma Distinction Honor in Leisure and Tourism Management in 2012. You can see that the professional we've brought on board for you today is fully loaded, and in 2016 he was among the 71 first class graduates across various institutions in Kwara State that was awarded a full master degree scholarship by the Senate President, then Dr. Bukola Saraki, and he has pursued his MSc in tourism and development at the prestigious University of Ibadan and was awarded a PhD grade in 2021, and is undergoing his PhD program on tourism and development at the same prestigious University of Ibadan, and he is happily married and blessed with children. So now here is our guest on board today, Mr. Mayokon. I've read his profile and you can see that the man is fully loaded for us today. So today we are going to be enjoying premium content from Mr. Mayokon. Mr. Mayokon, welcome to Oxygen FM. Welcome to the show, The Compass. We are happy to have you on board, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon to everyone listening to me. It's a privilege being here today, and I'm really grateful to be here at this wonderful program. Just like the Hank have rightly said, we'll be discussing more about travels, the opportunities there, because it's a fast-growing industry. It's an industry that it can never go down because oil can dry off, but tourism can never dry off. So I welcome you on board, and I can assure you are getting first-hand information from me directly.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayok. When I was reading your profile, I was like, wow, the person we brought on board today is fully loaded. And presently, I'm sure our listeners out there are expecting that, let's start asking our guests this question. They want to know more about this career path. They want to know, okay, if their child is interested in this industry, they really want to know more, and then they are here listening to us. And bear with us that our audience, their parents, we also have young graduates that are thinking that, can they transition into this field? And also we have students listening to us, their parent is telling them that pay attention, you might pick interest in this industry, and then at the end of the program they can now guide their child that, okay, based on what we have learned today, this is the direction you can go, you can study this course, you can explore XYZ, so that you can also become a successful expert in this particular field we are in, sir. So starting with, sir, it is important that our listeners understand the industry we are bringing to them today, which is the aviation and travel industry, and the let's still talk about the real estate industry, but majorly we are focusing on the aviation and the travel industry. They want to understand that, okay, what is in this industry and what makes it unique from every other career we've discussed so far.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you, my wonderful people listening, Ibadan and across the nation. I want to say this is a rare privilege for you listening to me, because I know what people pay money for them to get all this wonderful information. So when it comes to the aviation industry, I'll start. It is a mother that gives birth to it. Aviation industry as a mother. The mother is tourism. Tourism is a mother that gives birth to aviation, that give birth to hospitality, that give birth to different aspects of travels. So part of tourism is is aviation industry. Another part of tourism is the travel industry. Another part of tourism is the logistic aspect of it. Another part of tourism is domestic tourism. Now you want to visit Oluma Rock, you want to visit Ikogusi. Those are also, we call those one inbound tourism, where we have international tourism. So it's an industry. You know, I said something earlier that oil can dry off, but tourism can never dry off. Now, a good example in Paris. Paris generates the highest GDP of the country from tourism, not from any other source. China also, they generate that from tourism. South Africa, Qatar, like I was in Qatar in December with over 100 people. And if you look at the development in that country, no, they are far, far above us. And these countries are just like deserts. But with tourism, they came up. Dubai, with tourism, they came up. So oil can dry, but tourism can never drop. So this is an industry that is very unique and don't have anything to do with your age. Either you are a science student, you are a commercial student, you are in art. No, it just needs some unique something, so which we are going to be unveiling during the course of this discussion.
Thank you so much, sir. I think now even me, I'm picking interest in this industry, and like you made mention that the mother of this industry is tourism. So it's under it we now have the aviation, we have the hospitality, we have the travel, we also have local and international tourism, and so many much more. I'm sure our listeners are really enjoying this particular topic we are treating today. And quickly, for those that would like to call on the program, 070-4700-3639 3969. Let me call the number again, 070-4700-3969. You can call us on the show and ask your question regarding the topic we are bringing to you today. We are going to quickly go on a short break, and then once we are back, we are going straight into the details of this career. Thank you, my listeners.
Ètò tó tún gbòde o, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Ètò tó máa já wa sí ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbègbè àti nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀ lètò yìí o, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Oxygen FM 96.9, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Ní gbogbo ọjọ́bọ̀, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Láago mẹ́jọ ságo mẹ́sàn-án àṣálẹ́, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Àwọn ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbègbè yìí, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Ètò fún gbogbo ará ìlú ni, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Ẹ̀kan ti gbé sí wa létí sẹ́, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Ojú òpópónà tí ò dára tó, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Àwọn tó ń dalẹ̀ sójú gọ́tà, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀. Jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀, jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀.
Welcome back to the Compass program, and today we are looking at the aviation and the travel industry. Our guest has given us different aspects of this particular industry, different careers we have under the tourism, and one of it that is important is aviation and travel industry. And now I want him to just dive a bit deeper into the aviation and the travel industry, especially what is the uniqueness of that particular industry amidst the other ones you've made mention of, or what is the correlation, or what does our listener need to understand about this particular industry, sir?
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. And for those listening, thank you for listening. I know it's very educative, and it's an avenue for you to learn one or two things irrespective of your feed. I said earlier that the mother of all is tourism. Tourism is a mother that gave birth to all these other aspects of tourism. Now, when it comes to tourism, the father of tourism is Thomas Cook, the first person that planned tourism. Now, when it comes to tourism, tourism has to do with the activities of a people leaving a place, moving to another place, exceeding 24 hours. That is what tourism is all about. Now, in that context, that means for those people to move from point A to point B, there must be transportation. So aviation comes in for them to link people from one country to another
country.
That is transportation. So that is where aviation has to comes into tourism, because there's no tourism without transportation, and there's no transportation without tourism. They are all interrelated and interwoven. Then where does the travel also comes in? The travel operation per se, because for people to move from that point A to point B, they need transportation, but still they need means of communication, means of accessibility. How can I reach this country? I'm going from Ibadan to Ghana. How can I get to Ghana? So that is where the travel agency comes in, for them to give you the itinerary, the route, how you can go. You can go by air, you can go by sea, you can go by land, you can go by, so different means of moving to that destination. So you can see that when it comes to aviation industry, you cannot remove transportation. When it comes to transportation, you cannot remove tourism. So all these are integrated. The where does another aspect is hospitality, which is also part of it. Hospitality, because if you move from point A to point B, number one, you are a human being, you need to relax. You need to eat, you need to refresh, and that is where hospitality comes in. There's a talk about hotels, it talk about amusement park, talk about recreation activities. So you can see that all these things, they all work together and they are interrelated.
Thank you, Mr. Mayokun. And the next partner is for parents listening to us, the student listening to us. Now, for parents and students interested in pursuing a career in the aviation industry, what would you recommend as the ideal roadmap, especially from secondary school and then to higher institution? What kind of course can they study? Should they be a art student? Must they be a commercial student? Must they, or is there, how was the ideal roadmap, sir?
Okay, thank you very much. I said it earlier that when it comes to this our own wonderful industry, either you're a science student, either you're a commercial, either you're art. I'll use myself as an example. Before I started tourism, I was a fully science student.
Fully science student.
I did chemistry, did biology, everything. But I have interest in travel.
Okay.
And that interest enabled me to change my career. That, let me pursue this part of area of specialization. Now, when it comes to travel, either you are a science student, either your son is a science student, is a commercial,
or art,
they can still do travel business. But there are some soft skills that is required, and that is why it's a unique industry. Because without those soft skills, you cannot sustain, you cannot last in that industry. Like I said, it's an industry that can never go down until the war ends. Because if we still have sky, we have the air. If we still have water on the sea, it's an industry that can never go down. So for parents listening to me, one thing about it is that if you study that your child have interest in anything that has to do with transportation, has to do with some people hobby is traveling, while some people does not like traveling. Yes. They have phobia for traveling. So if somebody has an interest in traveling, they can develop a career path in this, and it's very, very easy. There are some, maybe during the course of there are some courses, short courses you can do that you can also get more things about this. You can be air hostess in an aircraft, you can be this, you can be ticketing officer, a lot of different other areas that does not even need other science. I know many people in our organization that you feel fly today, they don't have any background about traveling. But when they come, we put them through training, and today, now they know everything about travel. So it is a field that is welcome to all.
Wow, thank you so much. So to parents listening to us now, maybe because your child is already in science class, you don't have to now be worried that how will it transition, or how will it do this, how will it do that, how will we do it? Our guest has made it clear that regardless of any class you find yourself, whether it is the science, whether it is commercial, whether it is art class, you can have a successful career in the aviation industry regardless of your background or regardless of anything that you need. And he made mention that if you are coming to this industry, there are some necessary soft skills you have to have for sustainability. They might not be required at the beginning, but when you come into this industry, you need to absorb these skills, you need to get familiar with them, you have to possess these skills in order for you to be able to do well and carry out your duty. So we are going to be moving to the next question, sir, and this is for those I want to ask that, are there some specialized courses maybe in the university that someone can study and then can give maybe a little edge? Are there courses in the university that are related to aviation or tourism?
Exactly. There are courses at polytechnic level. There are courses at university level. Even at secondary school level, tourism. What I think 2 years ago, the government are trying to put tourism in secondary school curriculum, and which even some other countries, they have tourism right from second, because everybody have realized that this is what I can help their country also. So there are some courses relating to that in the at higher institution. For example, some of these courses, like it can be tourism, it can be travel and leisure. So all those courses, they are related to this field. But either you are a science student or art or commercial, you can also go for what we call the aviation school. The aviation school, even right here in Ibadan. Also, the aviation schools, there are schools that they will give you insight on what you need to do, and you'll be certified on how to do this. You want to be air hostess, you want to be a ticketing officer, you want to be you have to be a tour operator. So there are aviation schools whereby you can do that, and even some of them, they are online, which you can do that. But the most important, like I said, you must have the soft skills. Like I said, now you complain that you fit fly. That's one of the things we do. We look at the soft skills. That's why I say most people that work with us, even we have office in Ibadan here, which is where we have our head office. We have in Osogbo, we have in Abuja, we have in Ilorin, we have in Ikeja, we have in Lekki, and some other part of the country. So soft skills goes a very long way.
Okay, sir, let me now ask that for graduates now that did not go to that school, that did not do anything that has to do with it. Now, what are now the practical steps they should take to get started? So someone is listening to us now and is now interested in this industry. What are now the practical steps you tell the person that, okay, do X, Y, Z and all, sir?
And like I said, one of the practical steps is you have to go to the aviation school.
Okay.
Because that's a school that will let you know what to do. They will open your eyes to different, because this aviation we're talking about, the travels we're talking about, we have so many areas of specialization also. You can't do everything, but you can just find your own, crave your own niche, that this is the area I want to go. I want to be air hostess. Okay, I want to be working with airpiece as air hostess. So that's your own niche. So it depends on that. So starting with that, irrespective of your qualification or discipline, you start that. We're going first to aviation school for you to get knowledge about that.
Thank you, sir. So you made mention of air hostesses. What are the sub careers someone that is listening to us now is thinking that, okay, what can I go for? Air hostesses are mostly are ladies. No, so now for a guy now, which other department can he go into in this aviation industry? Will it not be this, or so that they can also prepare their mind and know that, okay, I can go for this, and you can just give a little insight into what each part does so that they can have an idea.
Okay, thank you, sir. Like I said, there are numbers of area or specialization in the aviation industry. So when it comes to you can be a ticketing officer.
Okay.
You can be a tour operator.
So what does ticketing officer
ticketing
do?
officer, what they do is that they are like I said, for tourism, you move from point A to point B.
Yes.
You want to go from Nigeria to France, they are the one that will do your flight reservation.
Okay.
They're the one that will book your flight. So it is when they book your flight, you are going to show the flight at the airport before they can give you what we call a voucher for you to now fly with that aircraft.
Okay.
So those people, they are the ticketing and reservation officer. So it can be male, it can be a female. It is allowed. So, like I said, there are so many. You can be a tour operator. And what is a tour? A tour operator. There are people that organize tour. Oh, I have 20 people that wants to go to Ghana. So there are people that organize the tour from Nigeria to Ghana in terms of logistics, in terms of movement, attractions, feeding, and everything. Those ones, they are tour operators. So, like I said, there are vast numbers, area of specialization when it comes to this industry.
Good. I think now it's getting clear now. So someone that is out there, parent listening to us now, or a graduate listening to us now, is having an idea of what they can pursue in this particular industry. And then very soon we are going to be going on a short quick break, and the studio number you can call to 070-4700-3969. Once again, 070-4700-3969. We'll be back shortly, and then we're going to take our next question. Thank you. Come back, my listener. We are at Oxygen FM 96.9 at Okeado, and this program is called The Compass, in order to give you career guide into any different careers that we have, so that you can understand what are the steps as a parent, what are the necessary guidelines you need to give your child right from secondary school before they even take that step of joining either science, art, or commercial. You can easily guide them, and that's why we have this program to guide you as a parent. And for graduates who are planning or interested in transitioning into a specific field, into a specific industry, we are bringing experts for you that will give you the direction you need, the proper way you need to go in order for you to transition into an existing field. All right, sir, we have been mentioning some skills that they need to have, especially for sustainability, for them to be relevant in these industries. And I would like you to mention some of these skills that as a graduate or as someone that is interested in this field, you need to start working on for you to become successful in this industry.
Okay, thank you one more time for those people listening to us. And I know this has been going smoothly and is very educative. I know many of us, we are getting one or two things. And I will always tell you, listen to Oxygen FM and get connected to this Compass program. All right, so when it comes to the soft skills that is needed in this industry, one of the most important soft skills is time management.
Time management.
Now, the reason why time is very, very important is because tourism products, we call them perishable products. Now, what do I mean by perishable product? You have a ticket to London right now, and the flight is about to take off by 6:15 p.m. and you go to the airport by 7:30 p.m.
Hey.
Number one, the ticket has gone. The flight cannot wait for you. Even if there's only 2 persons on the flight will take off.
Wow.
That is what I mean by perishable product. So in that context, if you are not conversant with time, how to manage your time, one will be out of the industry. Now, you should have asked, how is it possible for you Fit Flight Company to take over 1,800 people to the land of Jordan? How is that possible? It has never happened in the history before. It has never. We are the first. Never. And I was there live and direct, because why these people came from Canada, from US, and virtually we have like 60 to 80% from Nigeria also. Because we're able to understand the industry, we're able to know how to manage our time. I'm able to do everything and coordinate all the pre-games. And that's not the first time. Even after that was in 2022, even in 2023, another high number of people, even in 2024 before the war started. So you can see, so that timing is one of the key factors, because as juicy as this industry is, if you are not careful with time, one will run into debt.
So someone that wants to come into this industry, instead of him waking up 7 or 6, you're now waking up 9 o'clock, you're waking up 10 o'clock. You're going to be at the losing end.
That is it.
So time management
is very, very important.
Also, what of someone that has a lot on their table?
Yeah, when you have a lot of things on your table, that comes to the aspect whereby you have to delegate responsibility. That's the most important. You can't do everything, you have to delegate responsibility. Another most important soft skills you need is communication. Effective communication.
If you are going to be successful in the aviation industry.
if you can't communicate, you just leave the industry.
So what's the impact of an effective communication? What is the impact when you can communicate
Now,
effectively?
if you can communicate effectively, number one, it brings about loyalty from your customers. It brings about trust from your customers. Now, how was it possible for you, feel free to take that 1,800 people to a program? Because number one, communication was highly effective. Everybody got their information about the hotel. Everybody got their information where they are landing, when they are departing, where they are going to stay. So all the communication, if the communication was not effective, we can never have such number of people. So because if the communication is effective, number one, definitely it increases your profitability. But when there is poor communication, that is going to lead to a lot of disasters.
So the first thing you have to have as a soft skill is that you must have good time management. Exactly. If you want to be successful in this industry, if you know you are bad at managing time, one of the things you can start doing now is that start scheduling yourself, start having to-do list, start knowing how to plan yourself. Okay, by 8 o'clock, you fixed a meeting for 8. You must know how to honor that 8, because one thing at the airport is that, like you said, they will not wait for you. So if you are going to make sure you want to be successful, you must also be a good communicator. You must be able to effectively pass information how it's supposed to be. For instance, now you are working in the aviation and tour industry, and then you know that definitely the time of you leaving the airport is 6 p.m. You must be able to communicate it without confusing the people you are taking on the tour, so that some of them will not go and arrive by 6:30, some will not come by 6:15. So one of the signs is that you must be able to let them know that, in fact, they must not come by that 6. They have to be there maybe by 5:30. You must have communicated it clearly. Don't just tell them that flight is leaving by 6. You are not telling them that you have to come by 6. Knowing that we Nigerians, we are used to the fact that be like, shebi 6, don't worry, I will meet up. So as a good communicator, you must explicitly let them know that you have to get here by this time. This and this is how the industry works. If you come at that time exactly, you may not meet the plane, and also you must be able to communicate effectively well to your audience. Also, sir, you've not really made mention of anything real estate and all, but before we get there, I want you to talk about challenges and opportunities in this particular industry. What are the challenges and what are the challenges, and how do you overcome this challenge? I know there are some of our listeners listening to us on our Facebook page. We see you and we love you. Thank you for listening to Oxygen FM. Do well to share the link with others so that they can also join and also learn from this program. Do well to share it. We see you all. Thank you for engaging us on our social media platform. Thank you so much. So, sir, what are some of the challenges you know that someone should prepare for, and how can you overcome these challenges?
All right, thank you. One of the major challenges that affect this industry is when there's a change of policy.
Change of policy.
That there's no it will always come. For example, 4 years ago, you can easily go to Dubai just with what you done, just in the data page of your international passport, then you're off. But today,
it's different.
The policy have changed. There are some other categories you have to put in place. Why? Because of what our people over there they are doing. So that affects that. So when there is a change of policy, it definitely affects. That means you have to play along with the policy of that country. Another thing is when the exchange rate. When there is a changes in exchange rate, it affects, because most of transactions done in this industry, they are done with international currency. So when there is exchange rate increment in exchange rate, it definitely affects. That's why the aspect of communications has to be there. If there's changes, you have to let the person know that there's changes. But how do we overcome all these challenges? One of the ways we overcome these challenges, you have to get updated. As I speak with you, every day I watch CNN, every day I watch Al Jazeera, every day I'm always online to know the latest update that is happening. So because we are not just at Fifth Fly, we are not just travel agency, we are travel advisory. We advise you people. I always tell people, having the visa on your passport does not guarantee you access to that country. You have a Canada 10 years visa, that can be wiped away in this 1 minute, because I'm saying this from experience.
So that means the policy can wipe out That your 10 years.
Definitely. What can help you to enter that country is what we call the immigration law. And that's why, as a travel expert, we are conversant with what is happening in each country.
Wow.
You have a Canada visa. I've seen some that has Canada visa. He has got Canada 10 years visa from us. He was happy. He was joyous. And I told him, you have this visa, but the next thing is, let me guide you on how to enter the country, because that is immigration. Immigration is one that will decide you are going to enter or not. But fortunately, well, he just went his own way and he was deported back. And what was a simple thing? Because he violated the immigration law. So all these things, those are the things that you people we always guide people. Even when someone buy a ticket right now, just give it a try. Or we send you a message because we let you know that you have to be at the airport at least 4 hours before the flight time. We will send you a reminder. We will call you to ensure that you don't miss that flight. So those are the areas that we are able to overcome all these challenges so that it will not lead to another thing else.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us an insight into some of the challenges in this industry and how best to overcome. You have to be up to date. You have to know what is going on with each country, because the update you are seeing in a particular country last month might have changed. Like immigration law can change, so many things can change. So it means that if you are also going to survive in this industry, you have to be up to date on a daily basis. You must know what is going on around the world. You are going into tourism. You must know that as you are traveling, the policy of a country might not be the same. Because you went there last week does not mean that the set of people you are going on a tour with, we are going to use the same policy that we used the last time. So for our listeners, our guest has given us the roadmap. That is, whether you are a science student, whether you are a commercial student, whether you are in art class, it does not limit, or it is not a roadblock for you to enter into this industry. You are not limited by the course you study, whether you study agriculture, whether you study banking and finance, whether you study optometry. This particular industry is one of the industry that is open to all. It made mention of some skills you need to have. He made mention you have to be a good communicator for you to be able to successfully to be a successful expert in the aviation and travel industry. You need to be a good communicator. You also need to learn how to manage your time well. Time management is important. You must not fix timing of departure to 5 and you are getting there 6. It affects your credibility. If your audience misses their flight this time around, another batch misses their flight again, it's affecting your reputation, whether you like it or not. And one thing is that bad news spread faster than good news. The people that went successfully might not be able to spread the news as somebody that missed his flight, because you could not communicate well to those set of people. So if you are going to be successful in this industry, you need to be a good communicator. He has made it clear you can come into this industry, which is one of the most important things I like about this industry. There are some industry now that for you to go inside, you have to take this professional course 1, you have to take professional course 2. If you are not satisfied by some bodies, they will not accept you. So, but this particular industry, you can go to aviation school, you can take some relevant courses, and then you can now be employable by a company that is particularly in that industry. Meaning that if you are at home now, you don't have what you are doing, you can easily transition into this industry. You can easily transition or pursue a career in this particular industry. So we are quickly going to be going on a short break, and our studio line is 070. If you have any question, please you can call in. Our studio line is 070 4700 3969. Please call us and let's hear your question. We are going to be back very soon.
When the day goes down, the stress fades. We turn the sound up, the music takes over. Hot gist that has the internet buzzing. Laughs that melt the day away.
This is the Drive Time Show. Music? Check. Entertainment news? Check. Gist? Double check.
On Oxygen FM 96.9.
Zekola. Welcome back to Oxygen FM 96.9, and we are presently at Okeado. Okay. Hello. Okay, for our caller, you can call us again. Our studio line is 070 3969. For our listeners, please, you can reach out to us. Let's take your question. We missed a call, so please, you can call back 070 Hello? Hello, good afternoon. Hello? We are in Oxygen FM. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, we can hear you.
Good
Hello, we
afternoon.
can hear you.
Me? Good
Hello?
afternoon, sir.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Sheye. I'm calling from Lagos.
Mr. Sheye calling from Lagos. Thank you. It's nice
calling
having
from
you on
Lagos.
our program, The Compass. Can we have your question, Mr. Sheye?
I'm calling from Lagos.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Sheye, for calling us from Lagos. Can
Yes.
we have your question, Mr. Sheye?
Actually, I don't have a question. I just want to commend our guest.
Okay. Go on,
I
sir.
don't have a question per se. I just want to commend our guest.
Okay, go on, sir.
So I've been patronizing you this life for the
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So I've been patronizing you this life for the past 5 years, me and my family.
Wow.
So,
Thank you very much,
Thank,
sir.
thank you, sir. We really appreciate
so
you, sir.
Unisa is a very reliable travel management company.
Thank,
So I want to commend them for the job well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
So, like we were saying before we went on break, that for parents listening to us, and your child wants to go into this industry, you have no worries. Don't think that, oh, my child is already studying Agric Edu, and then you are now worried, you are concerned that, oh, can that child now do something in aviation industry and a whole lot of things. Please, I want you to know that our guest has clarified it. Regardless of your field, regardless of the course that you study, what we are trying to let you know is that you can transition into this aviation industry and all. So what are the perks? What makes this industry unique in terms of monetary compensation? You know, when we brought other career paths, one of the things they made us now, oh, as a lawyer, you have this advantage, you have this. These are some of the motivation that are there things that motivate people to come into this field, and does it worth pursuing as a career?
All right. Thank you for that wonderful question, and thank you for that wonderful person that called in. Thank you for paying your time and listening to what we have been discussing. When it comes to the benefit attached to this industry, there are numerous benefits. Number one is, I always tell people, travel is just like is an investment. And because someone that is building his travel history is just like somebody investing. It's just like somebody investing into a real estate. Now, one of the benefits you get is that, number one, exposure to different countries. You get exposed to different countries, you get exposed, and when you get exposed, and that has to come with networking. Easily. You want to do something in Canada, oh, you have somebody to call. You want to do something, oh, you have this. You want to do this, you have that. For example, last year, July 2025, I was in Canada with some VIP people. I won't mention their name on air. And they never knew that I have a plan for them. And I made them, they met the mayor of Brampton. And when they met the mayor of Brampton, they were surprised. Wow, not even meeting the mayor of Brampton, they are giving recognition certificates of Toronto. So that alone goes, because that's what travel can do. And they're able to expand their business scope beyond Nigeria. You can see the opportunity there. If they didn't travel, how would they get out opportunities? So when it comes to travel, a lot of opportunity. When it comes to monetary aspect, no, I can say, like I always say, when it comes to travel is just like it's just similar to crude oil. Just similar when it comes to travel. So it's a very, very lucrative industry. But those things that can that can affect you for you not to meet up is when you don't have all these soft skills. It can affect a lot. When it comes to travel, a lot of benefits are attached to it. I can speak that because I've seen those things in different countries, so I know what is obtainable. I know how it's being done. So it has made me to get exposed to different things. You know, meeting people that on a normal ground you could not meet them. But when these people were on a trip to that Canada, we are together with the wife of the owner of Ife. So we're able to interact freely with the mayor of Brampton. So that is a good opportunity. Even those ones that disturb me that, when are we going this year again? You can see what travel can do to people. So you network, just like as I speak right now. If you check your FIFA page, we have over 100 people that are in Kigali, Qatar. And that gives an avenue for them to network, for them to meet other vendors, for them to see what they're doing, and then how they can expand the scope of their own business in that country.
Thank you, sir. I would like to ask that, what are the biggest mistakes you've seen young people, and I think this will be the last question, what are the biggest, or second to the last, what are the biggest mistake you've now seen young people make when trying to enter this industry? You know, like we said, now there are some people that they study a different course. Their course is not related to anything aviation. So now some of them, have you seen some mistake they're now making that, instead, if you are interested in going into this particular career, because some parents are listening to us right now. So if you're interested in going to, you could have just done it this way. So what are the common mistakes you've seen, and how can they avoid that kind of mistake so that some of them can know that, okay, these are the paths they're supposed to follow?
All right, thank you, sir, for that wonderful question. You know, there's an adage that says a little drop of the water makes a mighty ocean. So one of the mistakes I've seen young people make when it comes to these things, that they want to make money quick. It's not MMA.
Get rich quick.
It's not this. No, it's not get rich scheme. You have to take it easy. You have to learn first. Okay. And that's what I talk about. There's aviation school. There's this for you to know the rudiments. What does it take for you to package someone to a particular destination? What are those things you need to look? And let me give us one joker today. When it comes to tour packaging, one of the most important components is the flight ticket. Because if you're not careful, a flight of 1.3 million naira now, tomorrow can be 2.6. That alone can destroy everything. So if somebody comes to this industry, is not somebody that has gone through all those rudiments and says, I want to package stuff for people, and they've paid money to you, and maybe you want to pay money and the thing has gone on. So how do you do it? So those are the risks involved in that. So, but if you understand all this rudiment, what does it take to do this, that alone will help you. So those are one of the major things I've seen. People just want to come in and make money and go there. No, you have to go through the school. You have to understand the fundamental aspect of this business. Then if you're applying that, there won't be any issues.
So like, I get you now that the industry is not like maybe you're just coming, you're resuming, and then the next 1 month, 2 months, you want to be counting millions that maybe it's travel, we are selling tickets 1 point something million. If I come into this industry in the next 2 months, I should be able to hit 10 million naira. So what you're trying to let us know, firstly, don't think maybe it's a get rich quick scheme. No,
it's not.
It takes time to build your reputation. Like we made mention of, there's something called reputation. When you start servicing people bit by bit and they are seeing the value, as you are fixing 6 p.m., you ensure that nobody missed their ticket.
Exactly.
And you are doing the things you are supposed to do. You are not coming with the mindset that in 1 month you want to make 20 million. No, it is not a get rich quick. The same way every other business requires you to nurture it, to build it, put in effort, and you see it grow. That's the same way this industry also works.
Exactly.
You have to also nurture it, put in the effort. You have to keep, if you are posting about your business, you have to keep posting it. You have to be consistent with it. So it's not that you are just coming, you post once and you're saying, people are not even buying tickets. People are not even doing this. People are not going on tour. People are not doing this. The tourism and the aviation field also, as a career, also needs you to invest into it. And when it comes to investment, you have to invest your time. You have to invest your money. You have to invest. You have to be committed. So don't think you are coming to this industry and then you are seeing free money. It is not free money anywhere. Every industry you find yourself, even if you find yourself in the oil industry, you still have to work. It's not as if you are in the and the money they just throw it at you, or you start picking it on the floor. You still have to what? Show up at work every day. You have to be consistent. If you have to be sending in broadcasts, you have to be reaching out to people. If you have to be going out, so this industry as well has potentials to make you rich. Same as well, you have to commit yourself in terms of hard work. You also have to work. So one of the mistakes you can make as a young person trying to transition is to start thinking about it as a get rich quick scheme. It is not such a scheme that you just enter and you think you'll be picking money on the floor. No. The same way every other businesses you have to build requires your time, requires your commitment, requires everything that every business requires. That's the same way this industry also needs you to be consistent. You have to be consistent. You have to be excellent at your service. If you say it is by 5, make sure it is 5. If you are meeting with somebody, you are meeting with that person. If you are doing extra, you are doing it, and people know that you are trustworthy. Because one thing about this industry has to do with trust. Somebody that will pay you 1 point something for a ticket, or somebody that you want to take people on a tour. You have to make sure they are safe with you. So it simply means that you must build a reputation around integrity. You yourself personally, you must not do anything that is shady. If the ticket is 1 million, tell them that it is this price. You have to be transparent. Not that they now later heard that you collected this amount from these people, or you collected this amount. Why is this person? Whether you like it or not, you are going to destroy your own business. So in this particular career, your integrity also matters. For those that are planning to transition into the aviation industry, you know that your integrity matters, your transparency also matters, and every other necessary virtue you need to have in other business also is needed in this business. And especially this industry that is volatile, like I said, is perishable goods. So you have to make sure that you provide excellent service. That's what will now make people to start referring you that that person, if you book flight with them, or that person, if it takes you on a tour, that person is excellent. They give you excellent. Their hospitality is excellent. You are in the travel industry. When you are coming there, you must know that you must prepare everything to the core. You must plan to the details, because the travel industry, you have to take care of the people you are taking on a tour. You must make sure they are safe. You have to put everything. It's not that when you now got to where they are going, that's when you're not trying to put where are they going to sleep, where are they going to do this, where are they going to do XYZ. It must be before they even leave their various country. You must have put those necessary things in place. So we are looking at a very fast growing industry, which is the aviation and travel industry. When next they are going to come officially with more ends and all, and then we are going to be hosting them more. So we are happy. I'm sure our audience, our parents, our students, they've learned a lot about this particular industry, and then now they can successfully guide their children on how they can go and become a successful personnel in the industry of the aviation and travel industries. Our guests, we really appreciate your time that you spent with us. Our listeners on social media, thank you for those listening to us. We've had some feedback on social media. We have some feedback on social media, and then many of them are saying they really enjoy our program, and then they love the particular career we brought to them today, and then they look forward to having much more time in this particular industry, because they see that it is an industry that is fast growing. It's an industry that, regardless of your academic background, it does not determine if you will be successful in this industry, because your skills determines a lot about your result. Exactly. So they are happy to hear this development, because when we are presently in a generation whereby you can apply for a particular course, they'll give you another one. So now we are letting you know that even if you apply for aviation or tourism in your university and you are not giving, regardless of any course they've given you in this particular field, you can become successful. In fact, you might be more successful than someone that studied that course in the university. Yes, so this industry welcomes you regardless of your course. So parents listening to us, please, you've learned one or two things. Ensure that you guide your children, you guide your stewards. For those that are graduates already, you already know how you can transition from whatever career you are in now. You've learned how you can transition into this particular industry. Our guest has given us a brilliant presentation. He has given us a brilliant detail about the aviation and travel industry. Mr. Mayokon, we really say
thank you.
Me. We really say thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
But I have a gift for people listening to us right now. And I know many parents are listening. And it's a gift from the office of your Fit Fly. And because aside of you listening, you need mentorship on how to people to put you through. At your Fit Fly, like I said, this industry is open to everybody. We have a platform we call DSA, Direct Sales Agent. So meaning that even while you are still learning how to do this thing, you can start making money. I mean, legitimate money. So I can just, maybe I will drop my number. So whoever that cousin, look at our respective authority will reach out to you. And that's just the gift I'm giving to those people that have taken their time to listen, for you to see the practical aspect of it. Is this thing real? No, we'll show you the reality of it. I thank God one of the callers calls in and talks about the company has been patronizing for the past 5 years with his family. So I think if the anchor permit me, if I can give the gift to those people listening to me right now,
okay,
so
sir,
they can enjoy that, if you permit me, sir. Okay, if you want to be part of Direct Sales Agent, and what does Direct Sales Agent do? What it do is that we nurture them, we put them through with the services we render, and they make their money while they are doing the services. So the phone number you can call is 081 42 44 2233. 081 42 44 2233. So that's my own direct
Thank
number.
you so much, sir, for this gift. Now, this is the end of the Compass program. Thank you for listening. We are at Okeado, Ibadan, Oxygen FM 96.9 FM. Thank you, our listeners. We see you next week, Wednesday, same time, 3 to 4 p.m. Thank you, our listeners.
Can you read with confidence, spell like a champion, and tell amazing stories? Then it's time for Smart Tongue on Oxygen FM